screen, coffee stain on your old blue jeans. Clock keeps asking why you still here. You take one more note to the mirror. Every doubt talks so loud, every bill feels like a crowd, but your hand's still shaking, time to something bigger in your mind. Keep the faith in your dreams when the world feels heavy at the seams. When it all falls apart, hold the picture in your heart. Keep the faith in your dreams, even when they laugh, when they leave, when the night feels too long. You're the one who proves it wrong. Bus stop rain soaks your plan. You hum that line, only you understand. Friends move on to the safer track. You feel that pull and you pull right back. Every never, every wait writes you off as coming late, but your fire doesn't check the time. It just burns and calls it light. Keep the faith in your dreams when the world feels heavy at the seams. When it all falls apart, hold the picture in your heart. Keep the faith in your dreams, even when they left, when they leave, when the night feels too long. You're the one who proves it. One small step on a quiet Tuesday. One small yes when it all says walk away. Close your eyes, breathe it in, then 3. Say if it takes all night, it still takes me. Keep the faith in your dreams when the world feels heavy at the seams. When it all falls apart, hold the picture in your heart. Keep the faith in your dreams, even when they laugh, when they leave, when the night feels too long. You're the one who proves it wrong. One who proves it wrong. Skylines calling out my name. A rebel heart, no one to tame. Footsteps echo, breaking ground. Lost and found, lost and found. Mirror whispers who you gonna be. Shadows fade, you believe. Choose the dream, don't let it go. You got the fire, let it show. World's wide open, take the lead. It's your choice, your soul, your creed. Choose the dream, don't let it go. You got the fire, let it show. World's wide open, take the lead. It's your choice, your soul, your creed. Oh, stars are falling like confetti rain. Every scar is just part of the game. The rhythm's yours, rewrite the song. Short steps now, but the road is long. Eyes ahead, don't you look behind. The future is yours to redesign. Choose the dream, don't let it go. You got the fire, let it show. World's wide open, take the lead. It's your choice, your soul, your creed. Choose the dream, don't let it go. You got the fire, let it show. World's wide open, take the lead. It's your choice, your soul, your creed. Morning breaks, the fire's alive. Every heartbeat says survive. Walls you built are breaking free. Step through shadows into destiny. Every doubt will fade away in time. Your tomorrow waits for you to shine. When the silence cuts like steel at night, and every step still feels like a fight. Hold the flame, don't let it die. The darkest storms still clear the sky. If the world won't give you space, build your kingdom, claim your place. Every stumble writes your name in gold. This is the story only you can hold. Choose the dream, don't let it go. You got the fire, let it show. World's wide open, take the lead. It's your choice, your soul, your creed. Choose a dream through blood and tears. A voice inside is loud this road, my shadow's my guide. No need for a map, got my fire inside. Every step I take, it feels so alive. The beat in my chest says go, go, go. The voice in my head says grow, grow, grow. I have trust in myself, I can't fall apart. I believe in my soul, I believe in my heart. When the world says stop, just restart. I have trust in myself, I believe in my heart. Mirror on the wall, it knows my name. Every crack and flaw, I love just the same. I don't need the rules, I make my own game. The beat in my chest says go, go, go. The voice in my head says grow, grow, grow. I have trust in myself, I can't fall apart. I believe in my soul, I believe in my heart. When the world says stop, just restart. I have trust in myself, I believe in my heart. They said the sky was too high to touch, but I'm reaching now, and it's not that much. The stars are closer than they seem. I'm wide awake inside my dream. I have trust in myself, I can't fall apart. I believe in my soul, I believe in my heart. When the world says stop, I just restart. I have trust in myself, I believe in my heart. I believe in my heart, I believe in my heart. I believe in my heart, I believe in my heart. I have trust in my heart. Wind on my face, I feel the rush. Every heartbeat's a race, every moment's a crush. I step through the night and I shine my own light. The beat in my chest says go, go, go. The voice in my head says grow, grow, grow. The path may twist, the path may bend, but my soul won't break, it won't end. I have trust in myself, I can't fall apart. I believe in my soul, I believe in my heart. When the world says stop, I just restart. I have trust in myself, I believe in my heart. They said the sky was too high to touch, but I'm reaching now and it's not that much. The stars are closer than they seem. I'm wide awake inside my dream. Mountains tall, rivers wide, I'm learning to ride the tide. Fear whispers low, but I roar back loud. I'm walking on clouds, I'm standing proud. Every fall is a rise in the skies. I see the world through fearless eyes. Every shadow fades when I ignite. My fire burns brighter than the night. Trust in myself, I can't fall apart. I believe in my soul, I believe in my heart. When the world says stop, I just restart. I have trust in myself, I believe in my heart. Step by step, I'm climbing higher. Nothing can shake me, I'm on fire. Whispers of doubt, they fade away. I own my night, I own my day. This is my moment, my path, my name. I rise from the ashes, I play my game. I have trust in myself, I can't fall apart. I believe in my soul, I believe in my heart. When the world says stop, I just restart. I have trust in myself, I believe in my heart. I walk this road, stronger than before. My fire inside is an endless road. No shadows can hold me, no chains to bind. I trust myself and I'm ready to
Hi, everybody. Hold on. Let me get the music. Actually, hold on. I want to do the other album. This one's a little different. It's still mellow, chill. Hold on. Let me switch my screen. Howdy. How's everybody doing? Let me get the vertical. Ta-da! Hi, everybody. Happy Friday. So it is snowing where I'm at, which is so pretty. So I opened my window so I can see it. Everything's all snow covered. It's so pretty. I'm in Idaho, northern Idaho, so close to Canada, in the mountains. So it's cold where I'm at. Not too cold. It's been kind of warm actually this season. But so I zoomed out because I wanted to show you that I wetted down the images that we've done, the paintings that we've done so far. This I need to finish. I started this last year. It's orchids, but I need to finish it eventually. Just put it in my stack. So what I do is, you know, when you paint something, it buckles. And I use arch paper, but 140 pounds, it'll still buckle. It actually doesn't matter if you have a pad where it's glued down. The only feature of a pad is that it's glued down. It's the same paper. And when you start painting on it, it'll still buckle, depending on the weight. 140 pound generally will buckle. If you do a 300 pound or 600 GSM, pretty sure that's how it works. Yeah, so 140 pounds. Oh, it's not zoomed in. Anyway, here, I'll zoom it in for you. 140 pounds is 300 GSM. So 140 pound paper is generally the paper that I use. And then, okay, so to flatten your paintings, what I do is I lay it down on a surface that, you know, it's gonna be safe. So I have, this is wood. And so you lay it down, you spray the back. I have a mister. So this sprays really fine mist. So I mist down the back lightly, and then you put down something that's breathable. So I just put down their pad, right, on top of that. And then I had more, so I did the same thing. And then I have this book, and then I weighed it down overnight. So these are the paintings. Now they're wonderfully flat. And I'll go in the order that we did them so I can talk about them. Put it this way. And then over here I did the same thing. Weighed it down. Oh yeah, if you recognize this book, this is from Evelyn Wise. I have these. Okay, so here's the order that we did them in. See how flat they are? Nice and flat. My head. Get my head out of the way. All right, let me zoom in. All right, so, oh, we didn't actually start with these, but I didn't flatten the snowman. So in January, I started live streaming more consistently because I wanted to grow my YouTube channel. So subscribe if you can. We're growing really fast, which is super cool. But last year we started with snowman, and I did these, and I had a hard time figuring out, you know, scenes for the snowman on the live. And so I only got to finish 3 in the January. So this year I made my own set of reference images, And I have it actually available on the website, and you can get to it through watercolorwizardry.com or by my name, zaramcintosh.com. That my name will get you to the main page, at which I do several things. So I do the music, the background music for the channel also. But yeah, so this year, before January, I did a reference images for Snowman, and I have 16 singles, 16 couples. This is one of them, the couple. So 16 different poses with couples, different images, and then 16 family poses. And then I did it in 2 different sizes, so you can paint them for a card like this size, or you can paint them 8 by 11 and then scan that image for your cards. So yeah, so I started painting the reference images, and these are the reference images that come in that set. And I just, the only thing I skipped is the snow. All of these images, a lot of them have snow in them. I just skipped that part. But yeah, these were what we were doing first this January. This one's my favorite. I always say it's my favorite one, but it is. And then these guys. And so every January, I'll just keep painting from the reference images I generate. So that's what we started with this year, this January. And then February came and I thought, oh, flowers, that'll be awesome. So we did this flower. I don't know if I can get it brighter for you guys. This one, this rosebud, super pretty. And then we did this rose for Valentine's. I love this rose. It turned out so good. I've never painted a rose quite this dark. And so we got to learn how to make these blacks out of the colors that we used in the rose. So the leaves are pretty vibrant compared to the reference image, but the colors I used for the leaves, I used to make the black, because this is basically permanent carmine, mainly the color, and then Scarlet Lake to make it a brighter, more orangey, like leaning towards yellow around this part, right? And then the bottom here is more blue, the reds leaning more towards the blue color. And so the complementary of red is a combination of green and blue, or a yellow and blue, which is a green. And when you put the primaries together, you can create a black. So we used phthalo green and sage green, which is what we used for the leaves, to create the black for this image. And it turned out so beautiful. And my normal black is burnt sienna with French ultramarine. Like if I just need a general black, which is also in the range of browns and blue grays, like that whole range, usually I lean towards French ultramarine and burnt sienna, and that's my favorite black. But it also granulates, and I didn't want something that granulated quite as much as French ultramarine does. So I thought, okay, I'll just do the complementary of the main color of the rose, and it worked out really well. It was a smooth, I mean, it didn't granulate kind of black. And yeah, so we managed to make the blacks for the rose perfect. And it's a very limited palette because we're only using the reds and greens from my main palette here. Yeah, this was a really fun one for me, especially because I got to learn how to do a lot of the highlights, I guess you would say, where it's grayish color, but it's not black. Even though the petal's black, the reflection of the light is on the petal. And yeah, I got to learn how to do that really well. I got to learn lifting to create the highlights. So it was a lot of cool things that I learned on that one. Because I've never done a rose, a black type of red rose. And then this one is the orchid. Everything was going great. And then I wanted to put a background because I don't use white for my paintings. Like we use the paper for the white in traditional watercolor. So I was kind of having a problem where, you know, the edges of the petal was white, which was the paper. And so I had nothing to reflect where the edges were. So it looked odd, you know, with the leaves behind it. It looked odd anyway. Like it needed something to identify the petal from the paper. So I started with the background, and then I just went too far. I feel like I just went too far with the background. So we ended up with this more like cement gray. And again, I went to French ultramarine burnt sienna, which granulates a lot. And I kept messing with it, and then it was buckling. And so there was a lot of struggles in that live stream. But that's the fun of watching the live streams, is you get to see, and I experiment. Like these are the studies. So I try things with this instead of trying something in a final painting. This is why I like to do these, because I get to play, I get to relax and just try something out. And then I learn something that I won't do or will do if I ever did a bigger version or something similar. Like if I had flowers that had the white edges, I would need something to distinguish their edges from the paper, since I don't use white. So now I know not to have a background that's so busy that distracts from the flower, because this flower is pretty busy. It might work for a simple flower, maybe, but I just feel like it takes away. Let me back up. I just feel like it takes away from the flower. But then it gave us a chance to do the framing. So I taped down the edges and we, you know, peeled it off, and it turned out really nicely. So that's how you can get a frame around just with the paper, is taping the edges. And I showed how to get as straight as possible the tape, which is you just hold it taut on one end, and then you tape it down on this end, and then you know, that's the most straight it could be. So some people have a hard time with getting a straight tape line, and all you do is hold it taut on one end and the other end, and then you lay it down slowly exactly where you want it. But yeah, so I learned how to I learned a lot of things. Everybody learned a lot of things on that live stream. But yeah, this was fun to do. I really liked how slowly it started to have that 3D feel, because you put the shading on the lower petals. You know, I just followed the reference, really. You just follow the reference, you know, you do the best you can. It's not exactly as the reference at all. I mean, it's close as I could get it, because the closer you get to the reference, the closer it'll look real, right? So, but it was fun to put in the shadowing, like all the shadowing back here pushes it back, and this looks more forward because it's brighter white. And that's what the reference image was showing too. So I just, you know, I just followed what the reference image was telling me, and used my ability in watercolor to represent that. But it's not exact. It's still painterly. And then I had to figure out, you know, how do you do the edges? How do you do the dots? But yeah, it's super fun. But yeah, so we learned a lot on this, and this is the orchid. And then we got the cherry. I'm still getting better at shadows. It's not the easiest thing. And I always wondered, like, why do they teach so much flat washes in watercolor? And it's because it's not as easy. It's easy if you just have a flat wash, you know, one or two gradient, you know, whether it's gradient or not. If it's just an easy one wash, that's great. But if you have like multiple layers and stuff, then it gets a little bit more tricky, because watercolor reactivates when you put water on it. So that's why it gets a little bit more tricky. But, I'm learning. And the only way to learn it is to do it, because then you get a feel for how wet your paper is, how wet your brush is, how much pigment to water ratio you have. So you start learning all those things that kind of all play together at the same time while you're painting. So you have to do it. You have to paint. And it's best to get the best paper that you can get, because watercolor will behave differently on different surfaces. It's not like acrylic where you can paint on mostly whatever surface and work with it on top of that surface. Watercolor, it goes into the paper, and the wetness of the paper depends on how much that pigment will settle into that part of the paper. So it's a lot more feel, because I call it feel because it's logical, but I kind of have to feel it because a lot is going on. But yeah, the best way, not the only way, but the best way to learn that is to be painting and trying to balance that. And it takes a while. And, we all start at zero. So don't worry about like messing up or whatever. That's part of the journey. If you're not messing up, you're not trying, I feel like. So the failures are good signs, because it means you're trying and you're trying to process, like, how do I get this better? And, all that's going on. But yeah, I like this a lot. I'll zoom in a little bit more. Oh, now it's too much. And I signed it with my Ethergraph pencil. I don't know if you can see that. It's not a pencil. It's a silver alloy Ethergraph. This is actually what I like to use when I'm transferring the guidelines from the sketch to the watercolor paper, because I don't have to lift it like graphite. So graphite works too, because these are not exactly cheap. Like this one was $30. I found the cheapest on eBay. And you would look for Ethergraph, which is ETHERGRAF. That's the patent pending name for the silver alloy that this is. And the first time I discovered it was from a Da Vinci brush. They have the silver tips. There's two of them that they sell. That is silver tip. The first one I got was this. It was more like a present for me. So I got this one as a gift to myself, and it's a squirrel hair mop brush with a silver tip. And I started, playing around with it, and I really liked how it made lines on the watercolor paper. It basically deposits the metal, or it does something where touching the paper oxidizes the paper with the silver alloy, and there's no graphite, there's no lifting, there's no need for it. I'll show you. So we did a trace of the, you can barely see it, and that's how light it is, but I can see it in person fairly well. So this is the transfer of the Plum that we're going to do now, that we're going to paint. And it's super light. There's no graphite I need to lift. Before, I was tracing with graphite pencil and then lifting with a kneaded eraser, which works fine. It's just more messy and it just takes more time. But I like this way better, because that whole step of lifting the graphite, you can skip that whole step. So yeah, so these are the cherry. I signed all of them now. You probably couldn't see any, but this one, the signature's right here. You can barely see it. It's kind of cool because it doesn't interfere with the artwork. And this one, it's right there. And usually with studies, I just do my initials and circle it. So this one, I think this one is a pencil. I'm pretty sure that's a pencil. So there's the difference. There's the pencil and this is the ethograph. It's super light. So this darkness of the pencil, if you're painting, you still have to lift this. This is too dark. It'll show up. Unless you don't care. Like if you don't care if it shows up, that's great. You don't, because you don't have to. It's your painting, right? You get to do whatever you want. It is your painting. But for me, if I want to not have it show, like this, you can't see the pencil at all, any of it. I lifted all of it. And over here even, I was upset because my pencil line was too dark. And so I had to kind of darken the painting more than I wanted to, just to blend in that line, because I did not want that line. So that was my frustration with pencils, is that I think I get it lifted enough and then I don't when I have a light, very, very light edge. So now I just use the ethograph. But yeah. There's the cherry that we did. Turned out pretty nice. And I learned a lot on this too, because I started painting the bottom half. Because it's so different, I started painting the bottom half more of a neutral color, and then painted the top. And then it was too different. It didn't make sense in my brain. So I glazed the whole thing with the color of the top, mainly the color of the top, to unify all of it, and it worked out great. So that turned out really good. I glazed the whole thing so that the whole cherry doesn't look so separate. You'll have to see that live stream to see what I went through the first couple days. And then the stem, I really didn't pay that much attention. I just kind of matched the colors I was seeing on the reference and the tone, really just the tone mainly. And, you know, that there was a highlight over here, and I was trying to keep my eyes kind of hazy just to see, okay, it gets darker over here. Okay, it's light here, you know, and I was just putting lines down where I was seeing the tones, because tone, the lightness and darkness, the values is more important than color, really. But if you can nail both, then it looks, well, I mean, even if you don't, even if these were the wrong colors, but you got the values right, it'll still look good. Like those paintings of dogs with different colors, because they nail the values, they look great, and they look so vibrant and colorful, and it's, you know, it's not exactly like the color of the dog, and it's not even natural colors because they're so vibrant, like vibrant purples and blues and all kinds of rainbow colors for the painting of a dog or anything. If you nail the values, your brain will put together what the image is. So you don't really have to have the color exact necessarily, but the values are valuable. That's where your brain will put together the image, is the values. So yeah, so anyway, this to say that I wasn't overly concerned about the details of the stem part, and it still turned out so cool. I really love how this stem turned out. Normally I'm like really trying to pay attention, but yeah, for this stem I let loose and I just matched the values really. But yeah, there's my cherry, so cute. And I signed it right here. You can barely see it, but I can kind of see it. And then our apple, this is the green apple, and I signed, you know, I'm not, I was trying to do my best with the shadow. That's my complaint on this one. And then this kind of doesn't look, I don't know, but it still looks cool. It looks real to me. And yeah, I like that one. We did that just a week ago. And then the pear, the red-green pear. With this one, I was doing the shadows, and then my stream froze. At least my OBS froze. The stream, the actual stream was normal, was going on normal. But on my monitor, OBS froze and my video wasn't moving. And so I was freaking out like, oh my God, which meant that my attention to, while doing the shadows, you know, I had to look away. And the thing with watercolor is you kind of have to babysit it because the pigments settle as the water evaporates. So you kind of have to make sure, like, if there's a bloom happening or, you know, whatever, that you're doing whatever you need to do to make it settle the way you want. And I was totally distracted. So it took me a little bit longer to do the shadow, but I think I did pretty good with this one. I just keep getting better the more I try. So that's where we're at. That's to bring it to today. But yeah, so I laid all these flat, you know, got them all flattened out so I can put them in my portfolio. Or it's not really a portfolio, but it's a... This was the cheapest I could find for like a presentation. It says it's a professional acid-free presentation book, but I just needed a place to put my, you know, my studies. So let me get this put together. If you have any questions, let me know. If I want to put it, do I want to put it in order of how I did it? I think so. Okay, which means, oh no, it doesn't work. Well, I guess it doesn't matter, right? It doesn't matter if it's up or sideways. Or maybe there's a better way to do it. March's theme is smooth-skinned subjects. That's why all of these are smooth-skinned. Fruits. February was flowers. So I'm gonna go like this, like I had it before. I just wanted it to lay a little bit better because my book was starting to feel wonky. All right, hopefully this will push down each other. Ta-da! Much nicer. Way nicer. Before it was all, you know, because they were all buckled. All right. This one. This one is the 911 or 9 by 12, which fits the Arch 9 by 12 paper. And this is hot press paper that I use. So if you're doing a lot of details and really trying to go for accuracy, hot press is the way to go because you have less bumps to deal with. Like cold press has texture, which makes it harder. I mean, it's doable, but it's just more annoying. And our apple. Oh. Okay, nobody has any questions. Oh my gosh, why? Why do you keep coming out? And then our pear. Oh, this kind of would look good on a wall, huh? If it was like a bunch of fruits. This is kind of oddball, but it looks pretty good. Cool. All right, let's get to the painting at hand. So I normally, when I do an image, I will do a pencil sketch style through some kind of image thing. Like GIMP is free, I use Affinity Photo, but GIMP, G-I-M-P. That's free. It's like a Photoshop, but not exactly the same, you know. It's open source. And then I feel like Inkscape is the same thing, but I'm not sure. So I go into Affinity Photo and I mess with it to get it so that it's easy to see through a light pad, which is what I usually use to transfer a sketch onto a watercolor paper. And then, so I get the guidelines from that just to keep myself accurate. And then we paint it. But let me zoom in. All right, so I put it right here. I know it's hard to see, but I can see it. You can kind of see it, right? All right. Now, normally I like to use whatever pigments I already have on the palette, but this is a purple. I mean, I guess I could start with the leaf, but I'm not. I'm gonna start with, what should I start with? I have not painted anything this purple, so we'll see how this goes. Okay, but first let's examine the image because there's kind of a lot going on. The best way to do that, let's see. Where is my Plum? I'll get my reference. Single. Here we go. All right, let's move all my monitoring. Oh, that's cool. I like that. All right. Let me switch screens. And we'll talk about the reference image and what I'm thinking. All right, let's do that for the vertical. And then, what do I do for this one? Full screen. There we go. Move this over. My camera's a little too... Okay, so let's talk about this reference. So just looking at the fruit itself, there's all this almost a light blue thing going on, right? This stuff over here and over here. And I'm trying to figure out, like, how am I gonna do that? Because it's not white, right? Here's the paper, basically. And it's not white like the paper. It has a blue cast to it. Purpley blue, right? And then there's a reflection right here too. Like, it's not, you know, deep purple like right here. This part. This is lighter, right? But then over here it's a little bit darker. Right here it's pretty light, right? And the edges are a gray. You know, there's a, it's not just purple, right? It's not just a purple circle. There's all these variations going on all the way around, you know, everywhere on this. Over here, basically the edges I have to be careful about because it's more grayish, but on the purple side, right? So I have to be mindful of that, and then it gets nice and rich dark right here, but not too dark, not black. So nothing on this is black, nothing in it is white either. The leaf, on the other hand, there's a lot of light going on, but it's still a gray green, not quite white like the paper. but definitely light right here. Right? There's a reflection of the light right here. And then this is definitely a reflection going on, but it's a different color than this reflection. Same family of reflection color, but this part is light, but not the same light as these sides. Right? So all that's going on. So how do you even start? Well, you start with the lightest colors. In watercolor, you start with the lightest colors that you're seeing, because you can always darken. So we're going to start with making sure that we don't paint right here, because we can always kind of pull in all these colors to kind of make a little bit of a color here. Same thing going on over here. There's still a difference between the paper and the fruit, right? This side versus this side, but it is nothing like over here. So you have to gradually add pigment to get to these areas, these other areas. So all of that is going on. So the first thing you do when you get a painting is you analyze your reference to make sure you're kind of aware of what's going on everywhere. All right, now that we have that, I'm going to clean my palette and figure things out. Where are we? This one. Ooh. Oh. I know it's hard to see, but it's there. All right, so what I want to start with, okay, so I just basically, for the things that are highlights, I can just avoid them. So the highlight over here, I'll avoid, right? Without causing a line, because I don't want a line. There's no harsh lines there. And then the edges over here are more of a gray purple. And then there's a bunch of like this light blue purple color, right? So I'm gonna start with that light blue purple color because it's not white like the paper. There's a blue to it, but not bright blue, so it has to be muted. All these things. All right, I'm gonna clean my palette and then try to get to that blue. So here's my mister. I don't know if you can tell what it's doing, but it's just misting. I also have this one. So the difference between this one mists really light mist droplets. This one is I can get it to drop big drops depending on what texture I need, or I can make it spray harder, right? So it's a tool to paint watercolor actually. And I was using it to clean my palette and stuff, but it was just too much. It was too much water. So now I have this mister, which works great, especially for flattening paintings. All right, so let's clean the palette. I like using an already used up kind of paper towel to clean my palette. I'm gonna keep the browns because, so the opposite of purple, the complementary, and I like knowing the complementary of a color because that's, generally speaking, that's how I get to a shadow of a subject, is the complementary, but that's not always how you should do it. Like, especially with yellows, you don't really want to go right away to a complementary color because it makes the yellow look dirty versus shadowed. And I make that mistake a lot because I automatically go to complementary to do a shadow. And that's not always You don't always have to do that. Sometimes a color just needs more of that color to get darker, or something next to it for the shadow. Especially with yellow. Yellow is so easy to make dirty. Okay, so it's a little bit nerve-wracking because I've never painted an Italian plum before. And here I am live streaming it. Like, hello, pay attention to my mistakes. All right, so I want to do that blue. I just want to mix a little puddle of it because I don't really know how to get to it. So here are my purples down here. So my palette is arranged as a color wheel. These are my yellows. This is, I made a mistake and put a Windsor lemon on this side, my center, and then realized that, well, it's a long story. Windsor lemon isn't cheap, right? So I thought I needed to get Windsor yellow. I thought that was what I needed to get, but I actually needed to get Windsor lemon. So I ended up buying Windsor yellow, a big tube of it, because that one's inexpensive. And I put it in the center of my palette. And then I looked at my list of favorite colors, and it was actually Windsor lemon that is my favorite color, because Windsor lemon leans a little bit more green, but it's such a bright, pure yellow that it works well mixing either way. So that's why I have 3 different spots with my yellow. But Windsor yellow leans more towards red. Windsor lemon leans more cold towards blue. But they both work. Unless you need a really, really bright yellow, it's going to be okay using Windsor yellow versus Windsor lemon, which is more expensive, but is a beautiful, easy to work with yellow. But the thing is, with yellows, you go through them a lot faster because they're so easily shifted with all the other colors. It's the least tinting of the paints that you'll get. All right, so blue. This is a phthalo blue. It's got a lot of punch. And it's really not, I know you can't see that, but basically imagine this blue, and I'm trying to get to that blue gray color. I don't know how to get to it. So this is a green, so that wouldn't work really, but I need to neutralize it anyway. So I'll put a cobalt because it looks opaque to me. Oh, I forgot what these are. So this is cobalt violet, quin purple, and I want to say this is bright purple, Holbein. How am I supposed to get to that? It's kind of like this color, the periwinkle. Or I want to call it periwinkle. I don't know if that's really the color. But we're going to start with that. And you can always darken it or change it. So the lightest version of whatever hue you think that what you're going for is. I feel like it's this color. It's not that, it's more blue. Okay. All right, so I'll make a puddle of it. It's like this color-ish. Ish. So you always start with a light because you can always darken it up. Okay, so where I see it is in the middle of the... Where's my glasses? That's what I'm looking for. Man, everybody's quiet today. Oh, let me see. Use this reference image. All right, I'm not too worried about this color because it's easy to cover, right? And the only thing I want to worry about or need to worry about is creating hard lines where I don't want hard lines. Actually, all right. I can go past the edges because, again, this is easy to cover. So I'm not afraid of going beyond the line. Kind of. I still don't want a line, really. All right, so it's like that color, I feel like. All right, so I see it all right here. I need a bigger brush. I found my number 2. It's my favorite brush. So I'm using silver black velvet brushes. I started playing with them with the Baraka Rose. Black Baraka Rose. And I really like them. I highly recommend using these brushes if you're a beginner and you want to get more into painting more, actually any style. These brushes are really nice. Hopefully I didn't go too dark. All right, so I don't want any harsh lines, right? So I just want to allow the pigments to move out so that there's no hard stops necessarily. All right, so I see that blue kind of all through here. And then maybe just some right here, a little bit. Some through here.
The chase dissolved into stillness. The wanting learned to sleep. And what I thought I had to find, remembered where I'd be.
And again, I don't want any harsh lines, so just making sure everything is pretty soft.
And the world leaned in. The moment I became the place was when it could begin. What I sought now seeks me. What I sought now seeks me. I stand
And I see the blues here too. I'm just putting it in because I'm going to be painting over it, really.
without a sound or sign. No longer something I move toward, it moves in perfect time.
So there, I'm just adding it where I'm seeing bluish colors.
Like rain that knows the waiting field, like breath that finds the
I can't see if people
to meet me finds its way.
are chatting.
A single test. I don't announce available.
I try to pay attention. If you guys have any questions or anything, I try. So I'm multi-streaming, in case you didn't know. I'm multi-streaming through. So on YouTube, I have it streaming vertically and horizontally. And then on Instagram, it's vertical. Everywhere else, it's horizontal. And I'm on Twitch, on Kick, Trovo, Facebook, and Rumble. But you know, Rumble, I don't even know if you can find my channel on Rumble. I don't know how to work that thing. I just know it's streaming and it's going there. I don't know. All right, so I kind of want to establish this blue color better, especially over here. Without causing a line. The thing with, so I added cobalt teal, right? That's a, I believe, is an opaque, if not semi-opaque color. Which shouldn't be a problem because, which color did I use? This one. It's more purple than that blue. But not quite that. More like that. And again, you don't have to, you have to get close to the color. You don't necessarily have to nail it. It still feels dark, doesn't it? It should lighten. When you get the darker colors around it, it'll look light. Oh, way too much. So I'm adding more water to lower the pigment ratio so that the paper comes through better. And it's this, that's how you lighten a color, or the vibrancy even. Because I put that dot there and it was like, wait, hold on. Let's not go that far. Because you can layer slowly. And that's all I want to do is just layer slowly. Because this needs to stay bright. Ah, I've already... Alright, we can always cover these edges because it gets dark there. Alright, now, if I'm going to go that dark, I have to match the other side that has that same color. Ooh, I don't know if you can see my palette. The way that the cobalt teal separates with the... I can't zoom in on that. I don't think. I think it'll mess everything up if I zoom in. But it's so pretty how the cobalt teal is separating with the bright purple. I want to say that's bright purple. My label went away. Bright violet. I think it's Holbein bright violet, I want to say. It's really pretty how it's separated on the palette. I don't know if you can make that happen on paper. We'll have to find out someday because it's super pretty. All right. I'm just trying to match that blue on this side. My brush is too wet. That paint is way too wet. And when I say too wet, I mean there's too much. When I put it down, it was like a, you know how water curves, like a puddle. So what happens with that is that the pigments will separate. It'll go to the edges of that puddle and it's going to make that line, right, when it dries out. And I didn't want to do that, so I encouraged the pigments to spread. All right. Look at our bruised plum right here. It's too funny. Ah! That's way too dark. Well, I mean, it looks too dark because everything around it is white, right? It's probably not too dark. But for right now, we'll just keep it like this, right? And we're going to keep this puddle. Now I know that's the colors I used for those parts of the painting. And I can always add, you know, if I need it to be more pigmented. All right. I know there's stuff right here. And I'm not even really following my guidelines anymore. I'm just kind of looking at the reference, putting it down where I think it's at. And okay, I do want a hard edge where the plum stops, right? Because that's the edge of the fruit. That's the only place I want the hard edge. On the fruit itself, I want to keep it soft so I can blend that other color in a little easier. But you can paint over this lighter color with that darker purple, so it's not a big deal. Oh no, there's still kind of that color up here too. So I do see that color over here. It'll get covered, but easier if it's already there, right? Instead of trying to mix. There's two, it's a puddle. So I'm trying to use my sponge. I'm trying to use my brush like a sponge, taking off the water from it, and then lifting what I had put down because it was too much water. And again, it would puddle. So I'm lifting it off before it over soaks the paper. If the paper gets over soaked, it'll be hard to get pigment in it because there's water there that's, you know, in the way. I mean, you're kind of seeing the shape of it, right? All right, so it is this color also right up to that stem. So I'll go ahead and paint it that. Because I can always paint this light blue over with the surrounding color, which is darker. Yeah, not really a big deal if I go even all over here because this is all dark. The thing I want to avoid is right here because that's the lightest highlight. There's still no harsh lines. Okay, so we can kind of start playing with this dark color now, I feel. Okay, so what is this dark color? I'm going to start with this Quinn? I forget what it's called. This is a Daniel Smith color, actually. Quinacridone purple. I want to say that's what this is. I feel like this is a lot of the Plum. I have Persians, so their hair is all over. Luckily, they're really not hyper cats. And they don't get into my stuff, which I really love about them. All right, all right, so parts of this, I wish I could, here, I'll point it out. Hang on. Really quickly, I'll point out what I'm seeing and I'll explain why I'm mixing the color that way. All right, so on this Plum, a lot of the color I have down, which is quinacridone purple, I feel like a lot of the Plum is that color. But on this side, where the light is hitting it and you're seeing through the Plum, or, you know, a lot of the Plum is lightened, there's a lot of red, right? And what kind of red are we going to use? I don't know. That's where I'm at. Oh, let me show the vertical screen what I'm talking about. All right, for you guys on the vertical, now this side of the this side of the Plum is more quinacridone, maybe even bluer than that. but a dark, basically, like a lot of the plum is a quinacridone purple to me. I'll come to think of it, I should have used that for the blue. Like lightened it and then instead of the bright purple, anyway, works. It's fine. It's fine. So, right. So this side of it is more quinacridone purple, but over here is more like a magenta, you know, there's like a reddish going on. So I'm going to try to make a range of puddle. I guess that's the only way I can call it. It's a puddle. Oop. Hold on. Yeah, so I'm going to try to make a range of the colors that I'm seeing on the plum, but with the main color as the quinacridone purple. And that's a Daniel Smith quinacridone purple, by the way, if you wanted to know. Actually, if you want to see a list of my full supplies, hang on, let me share with you. Whoop. See, this is where I monitor if anybody chats because these chats don't come through the main chat, so all these things. But okay. It is that quinacridone purple, but it's darker than that, right? I mean, parts of it is darker than that. So how do I darken this quin? All right, I don't know. I don't want to make it black per se. I mean, I guess we could use the Payne's Gray just so it's easy. It might work good. I don't know if it'll make it to bubble like a blueberry. See how it's making it kind of more of a blueberry color? All right, but if you do an orange, which is the complementary of purple, and use that as a shadow, I need my reference, hold on. I mean, it's that works. The Payne's Gray didn't work. I mean, I didn't like it. I didn't like how it shifted the hue too much. But I did like how this transparent orange worked with it, which is the complementary. I don't know. I'll have to play with that more. I'm wondering, like, is this actually the red that I need? It's not bright enough, but it's nice. It's a little too muted. Okay, hang on. This is really pretty. It's a muted purpley color, which is perfect. I mean, I don't know. I think it looks really nice for parts of the plum. Okay, I'm gonna try burnt sienna because I can't seem to get to a dark. Because burnt sienna is an orangey brown. But I don't know if I want to do a brown. See, all these decisions. So many ways to get there. So many ways. All right. Yeah, that makes it too blue. That might be okay though. So now I have like different colors I can play with to add to the plum. It's more like this, really. All right, so this is too bright. All right, I'm gonna make this all cohesive. Okay, so let's play. Okay, so on this side, I have to be careful because it's more, not vibrant, it's a gray because of the reflection of the light. Now, is it this hue? Because it looks like it to me. And I want to start light because I can always glaze it a different color if I don't feel later that it's the right color, like when it dries. I'm going to start as light as I can. Ugh, move. Trying to get the wetness off of my brush. Okay. We'll just start with this color and see how it goes. I don't want it to get too wet. And I definitely don't want lines, right? So I have to make sure I'm wetting down. I'm not too worried about like brush marks right now, just because this is a really light color.
Each thought I held quietly became reality.
This is just the light version of what I'm gonna do. Man, we'll have to check into this color, see if it's a staining color, because as soon as I put it down, it's just like making its mark, you know. All right, so it gets even lighter right here, so I have to be even more careful. I don't know, I'm just kind of seeing things and adding them in. Ah, I erased everything I did. Dang it. Oh well. It's easy to get lost. So this is a little too dark. Ah, the ugly stage. So I'm gonna wet the whole area down because this color is super staining, I feel like. Okay. I'm okay with the line right here because there is kind of an edge there. Whew. Like, look at all that. That's a mess.
The past relaxed its holding, the future softened fast. What mattered met me gently and didn't ask to pass. I didn't chase a moment or try to make it mine. The door arrived already open, right on time. As only now I am here, and this is time
Man. Like, I don't want a line, right? So I'm trying to, I don't know, make it. See how the water, that's a big difference there, how it behaves. It lays down right here, but then it just wants to spread right here. It's not quite that light, so. But there's too much water and it won't lay down. Trying to get it to play nice. It's such a line. Oh well. Come on, camera.
What once felt scattered in my hands found shape without a sound. The pieces learned each other's names and gently turned around. I didn't force a meaning or draw a straighter line. The picture formed by letting go of trying to design. The long way was the short way, the wrong turn was the door. Every step that felt uncertain knew what it was for. Everything fell into place. Everything fell into place, not all at once, but all in grace. Everything fell into place like stars remembered where to stay. The order rose from quiet trust and showed me the way. story I kept revising, learned how to end itself when I stopped asking why it broke and let it be what held. I see it now. It was always whole. I understand. Fell into place. Fell into place. Nothing missing.
Ah.
The hands loosened what they held, the shoulders learned to drop, the mind stopped checking every door and finally stopped. The road does
The blue needed to be farther out.
to prove I've come this far. The fire keeps
I don't know.
on burning
I don't know if we can fix it.
without my watchful heart.
Kind of doubt it.
No final step to measure, no vow I need renew. The moment doesn't ask me
Maybe.
to be anything but true.
The cobalt is opaque. I want to say it's opaque. Oh, I was going to share my supplies, wasn't I?
The river moves without my help. The sky stays blue. Nothing left to do.
Hang on.
No effort to defend.
Oh my gosh, you can see my head. Dang it. Oh well. Hopefully that doesn't bother anybody. Let's see.
The body knows when it is safe to soften into rest. The breath grows wide and unafraid. No need to be its best.
So this is my supplies list.
When I am still, what's false
excuse me. Cobalt. Cobalt turquoise light. It doesn't really say. I don't have the back of it. Because the link that I have on, on that site, on my site, is to Amazon, and it doesn't help. I'm hoping that it's opaque so that I can paint over my purples. Let's go to watercolor. All right. And I'm gonna look up. Can I do a search? No. Okay, cobalt violet. It's semi-transparent. Okay. And now I'm gonna look up cobalt light turquoise. I don't know if that's how you say it exactly. Cobalt turquoise light. That's the other color I have. Opaque. So maybe I can paint over my purple. Okay, so this highlight color is still a bit too light compared to the reference image. So I have room to keep layering and making that, you know, not so blotchy. You know, so the more layers you put in, the less you can see the harsh lines. I'm not sure how to do the texture for the light purple here. I mean, this color. And I feel like this color should be okay. I'll leave it alone. So all this purple stuff will get darker, which will make these lighter colors come out more. Although I need to fix that. So yeah, so you just do a little bit at a time. You can only go so far for each day. Definitely the ugly stage right now. But it's gonna be fine. We'll have plenty of chances to course correct and make corrections of all the mistakes. That's what painting is. You paint, you try something, you correct it. It's a constant course correction, mistake correction. That's what it is. I mean, if you want to do hyper, like if you're trying to really nail something, then obviously you keep trying till you get it. Just like any success, any road to success is, you know, your practice session, which is like you're trying. You have a goal and you keep trying, and you never want to see that as like failures because you're trying. Like that's contradicts each other, you know. So when you're trying to do something, it's never a failure, ever. Because that doesn't make sense. I don't know, it just never is. If you're never done, you never fail, really. That's really how it is. So we're gonna keep trying. We're gonna do our best. and keep trying. It's a good start though. I really like it. I like how the color is pretty, I feel like it's pretty close. Oh wait, what am I looking at here? Just wanna, hold on. So I feel like it needs to get just a hint more darker. This, that side, this side. Just a hint more darker. This section definitely gets way darker. You know, even more darker. This gets brighter blue. So we have room to add more cobalt teal and cobalt violet. So cobalt violet is semi-transparent. Cobalt light teal, how do you say this? Cobalt turquoise light is opaque. So it'll bury any color on underneath it because it's opaque. It won't let light past it. So that'll help because I need to cover some of my mistakes over there. So that's great. That's good news. And then on this other side is more of the magenta-y color, or, you know, when I was adding the orange, transparent orange, it was kind of hinting towards these colors on this side, or a little bit more of these colors. So that was cool to see. I might play with that because it's not super vibrant. Everything about this is neutralized. It's not like color straight from the tube. I guess that's what I'm saying. So there's room to move with the hue. And then when you paint light to dark, which is what you do in watercolor, you start light, you make sure you kind of get the hue right, which is the color right. Then you start adjusting for the values, the light and darkness of it. So there's room to get it right. And there's no like right, because I still want it to look painterly. I don't want it to look like a photo, really. I still want it to look like, I want to see my marks and stuff like that. I like that part of it. I like the illusion, I guess I should say. I like how you can look at it, like at first glance, it looks like a photo. But then when you look closer, it's like, oh my God, it's a painting. Or even, you know, not that close to a photo, just, it looks so cool. I like that. That's the illusion part that I enjoy. So that's what I'm aiming for. But it's Friday. I won't see you guys till Monday painting this. So we'll start Monday right here, right at this ugly stage. Nobody chatted. That's so weird. Usually you guys are way more chatty. So I don't know. I need to, the leaf too is a little bit scary just because there's a lot of details. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Should be okay. Okay, let me shrink this. Oh no, it's still too big. Right, so like, I don't like it that close. Never mind. All right. Okay. Well, if you have any questions or anything, you can always comment. The videos will be saved as a playlist on YouTube. I don't know. I think that's all I have to say. So I will see you guys on Monday. It was nice to hang out with you guys, even though everybody was very quiet today. I don't know why. But I will talk to you guys on Monday. I don't know. I'm thinking about doing something else like a podcast or videos or whatever instead of just live streams and shorts. I don't know. I just need it to be easy enough so that if I, or once I do start a job, that I can still do everything that I am currently doing. It's always a fear that I'm going to drop off again, and I hate that because I just want to keep the consistency of going live, making shorts of the things that happen in the live, and then I would really like to add videos, but that takes editing. But if I get a job, maybe I can pay somebody to edit. Anyway, CapCut makes it easy, really. That's what I use right now. And I would like to learn DaVinci Resolve because that's free and CapCut costs money if you do the Pro. And I would really, Opus Clips I really like, but currently I'm using Minvo, which works, but it's a bit of a struggle to get things uploaded. That might be the same for Opus Clips, I'm not sure. But I just know that when I had Opus Clips, it was super fast. And I loved it. But I don't like paying subscription. I like lifetime deals, and Minvo has a lifetime deal. So I don't have to pay every year or whatever. I just pay the one time. And I'm, you know. Anyway, enough about what's going on with me. I will see you guys again Monday. I start 10 a.m. Pacific time. And then let me know if you want the template for this painting so that you could try to paint it also. Because you don't have to do it the way I'm doing it. You do it your way, you know. Just use what I'm doing as a guide, really, to get you ahead. And hopefully it helps out. But yeah, just let me know. And I think that's it. I will see you guys Monday, 10 a.m. Pacific time, 10 to 12. And if I can't make it, I will always message on the community on YouTube. For now, let's just stay over there. I message my own community too on Watercolor Wizardry, but it's so quiet over there. I don't know if anybody's really saying anything. So I will also message on YouTube. Yeah, I think that'll work out. I need like a hub. And YouTube has been really nice because it makes it easy for me to put things in playlists. And then I can even put things in a course tab on YouTube now. It has so many tabs, communities, or I mean posts, which is the community. Yeah, it's just, I just like YouTube better. I've been streaming on all kinds of platforms and YouTube has been my favorite. So we're going to stick with focusing on YouTube. And if I have any announcements or messages or whatever, I'll put it in the posts in YouTube. Okay, I think that's everything. All right, so I will take off. Turn this album down. And let me... Which album? Oh, I'll just do the same. The opening music for my closing. Right here. Okay, I will take off. See you guys Monday. Let's see. I will do... Oh, yeah. I do the same thing all the time. It's this one. Okay, music coming your way. See you Monday.
Same crack screen, coffee stain on your old blue jeans. Clock keeps asking why you still here. You take one more note to the mirror. Every doubt talks so loud. Every bill feels like a crowd, but your hand's still shaking. Time to something bigger in your mind. Keep the faith in your dreams when the world feels heavy at the seams. When it all falls apart, hold the picture in your heart. Keep the faith in your dreams. When they laugh, when they leave, when the night feels jokes, your plan. You hum that line, only you understand. Friends move on to the safer track. You feel that pull and you pull right back. Every never, every wait writes you off as coming late. But your fire doesn't check the time, it just burns and calls it light. Keep the faith in your dreams when the world feels heavy at the seams. When it all falls apart, hold the picture in your heart. Keep the faith in your dreams, even when they left, when they leave, when the night feels too long. You're the one who proves it. One small step on a quiet Tuesday. One small yes when it all says walk away. Close your eyes, breathe it in, then 3. Say, if it takes all night, it still takes me. Keep the faith in your dreams when the world feels heavy at the seams. When it all falls apart, hold the picture in your heart. Keep the faith in your dreams, even when they laugh, when they leave, when the night feels too long. You're the one who proves it wrong. One who proves it wrong. Yeah. Skyline's calling out my name. A rebel heart, no one to tame. Footsteps echo, breaking ground. Lost and found, lost and found. Mirror whispers who you gonna be. Shadows fade, who believe. Choose the dream, don't let it go. You got the fire, let it show. World's wide open, take the lead. It's your choice, your soul, your creed. Choose the dream, don't let it go. You got the fire, let it show. World's wide open, take the lead. It's your choice, your soul, your creed. Oh, stars are falling like confetti rain. Every scar is just part of the game. The rhythm's yours, rewrite the song. Short steps now, but the road is long. Eyes ahead, don't you look behind. The future is yours to redesign. Choose the dream, don't let it go. You got the fire, let it show. World's wide open, take the lead. It's your choice, your soul, your creed. Choose the dream, don't let it go. You got the fire, let it show. World's wide open, take the lead. It's your choice, your soul, your creed. Morning breaks, the fire's alive. Every heartbeat says survive. Walls you built are breaking free. Step through shadows into destiny. Every doubt will fade away in time. Your tomorrow waits for you to shine. When the silence cuts like steel at night, and every step still feels like a fight. Hold the flame, don't let it die. The darkest storms still clear the sky. If the world won't give you space, build your kingdom, claim your place. Every stumble writes your name in gold. This is the story only you can hold. Choose the dream, don't let it go. You got the fire, let it show. World's wide open, take the lead. It's your choice, your soul, your creed. Choose a dream through blood and tears. A voice inside is loud and clear. Nothing stronger than belief. It's your life, your fire, your creed. I walk this road got my fire inside. Every step I take, it feels so alive. The beat in my chest says go, go, go. The voice in my head says grow, grow, grow. I have trust in myself, I can't fall apart. I believe in my soul, I believe in my heart. When the world says stop, just restart. I have trust in myself, I believe in my heart. Mirror on the wall, it knows my name. Every crack and flaw, I love just the same. I don't need the rules, I make my own game. The beat in my chest says go, go, go. The voice in my head says grow, grow, grow. I have trust in myself, I can't fall apart. I believe in my soul, I believe in my heart. When the world says stop, just restart. I have trust in myself, I believe in my heart. They said the sky was too high to touch, but I'm reaching now, and it's not that much. The stars are closer than they seem. I'm wide awake inside my dream. I have trust in myself, I can't fall apart. I believe in my soul, I believe in my heart. When the world says stop, I just restart. I have trust in myself, I believe in my heart. I believe in my heart, I believe in my heart. I believe in my heart, I believe in my heart. I have trust in my heart. Wind on my face, I feel the rush. Every heartbeat's a race, every moment's a crush. I step through the night and I shine my own light. The beat in my chest says go, go, go. The voice in my head says grow, grow, grow. The path may twist, the path may bend, but my soul won't break, it won't end. I have trust in myself, I can't fall apart. I believe in my soul, I believe in my heart. When the world says stop, I just restart. I have trust in myself, I believe in my heart. They said the sky was too high to touch, but I'm reaching now and it's not that much. The stars are closer than they seem. I'm wide awake inside my dream. Mountains tall, rivers wide, I'm learning to ride the tide. Fear whispers low, but I roar back loud. I'm walking on clouds, I'm standing proud. Every fall is a rise in the skies. I see the world through fearless eyes. Every shadow fades when I ignite. My fire burns brighter than the night. Trust in myself, I can't fall apart. I believe in my soul, I believe in my heart. When the world says stop, I just restart. I have trust in myself, I believe in my heart. Step by step, I'm climbing higher. Nothing can shake me, I'm on fire. Whispers of doubt, they fade away. I own my night, I own my day. This is my moment, my path, my name. I rise from the ashes, I play my game. I have trust